Why are you over here? Okay, I need you over here. I need you here. I need to get some of my fucking, particularly the study. I need to get the study reference pics. Get them all. Why are they all spawning out? Oh, that's right. I guess it forgets it's the last time I put it there. Alright, whatever. Fine. I got my study. I got my reference pics. So, is this a new art drawing? Yes, but here's the thing. It is one part of this. This painting is gonna go here. Now, I realize I really shouldn't be kicking myself in the teeth on how unpolished this looks like, because to be honest, you're probably gonna see maybe a bit of this, but then again, this is in 4K, so you're gonna be able to see a lot of detail. But I've decided, you know what, I'm gonna give myself some slack and just go a little easy on the details. I'm not gonna go ham on the details, because quite frankly, I want to get this shit done by Halloween. Preferably the week 7 days before Halloween, because I also want to make sure this is nice and fresh for spooky season, spooky month, or preferably for people who love spooky season year round and every day is Halloween in their heart. Quite frankly, how many of you wish it was Halloween almost all season long? Halloween gets its time for like what? 1 month? And then we go back to Thanksgiving and Christmas. Like no, listen, I like Christmas, okay? But I don't love it a lot. But I guess that's because the jaded, crotchety old woman in me hates Christmas because of how much shit I have to deal with. I have to see the worst of humanity. And sometimes, half the times, I see the best of humanity. But because of the pressures of having to, you know, deal with the, oh, it's Christmas season, we have to do good. We have to up our sales. We have to give our utmost customer service. So fucking smile. I'm sorry. This is not, it's supposed to be a chill stream, but it probably doesn't help that I have still so much to do. We have a local art festival. It's not even the big one. The big one is the December one. And that's not until a few months away. But because it's the first one where I'm actually selling my own shit, and I'm not doing this by myself. I'm doing this with my mom. Me and her are sharing a stall together. And, I have wasted so much money on ink. I am never gonna print from home until it's legit viable to just print from home. I'm not gonna do that. As a small-time creator, listen, unless you can fork out the money for ink, don't, okay? I urge you. Except for buttons. I think buttons you can justify. We have a button maker at home, although, you still end up having to pay for ink and paper. Okay, fuck it. Just make sure to calculate your cost and make sure you can at least get a profit off of it, not just a return, okay? You're not really gaining money, you're just getting back what you paid. Which, okay, but it's not, you're just at, you're just at point A. You want to get to point B where you're actually making some money. This is a learning experience. I am not going to print from home again, unless I get a spanking good printer where I can justifiably afford to buy, you know, I'm not gonna have to fork out so much freaking ink. Quite frankly, with all this headache, I think I'd rather just pay for the goddamn prints. And not, you know, because you think me going to college, I would know better? Because, you know, we gotta know how to do color profiling, we gotta know how to, like, calibrate do color calibration for our screens and our printers. I don't know. I that lot of that technical stuff has flown over my head. Holy cow. I do know it's still important, but god dang it. No, seriously, I don't think I've really color calibrated my screens properly. So I wonder exactly how garbage stuff looks on my screen. Hi everyone. I'm sorry if you had to hear me just go into a unhinged spiral there. Welcome to the stream. I do art streams. I am an artist struggling in this. Well, it's not hellish. We haven't gotten to the point where we can call it hell on earth yet. Nah. I am just a freelance artist who is just trying to get by and just draw some art. I used to draw a lot of Cuphead stuff. I would still like to draw some more, but here's the thing. That ain't sustainable, and quite frankly, it gets tiring after a while. I want to keep drawing a lot of my own stuff. You know what? Here's the thing. I need to draw some Owl House shit. I really need to draw some Owl House shit. I love Owl House, okay? But I am sad that I have failed to, like, get into the fucking, I messed up. I fucking messed up. What was I gonna look? Oh, I was gonna look up an old hard drive. Let's see what a hard drive looks like. Or what does a motherboard look like? What does a motherboard look like? There we go. Yeah. They are searching the garbage. They are searching Garbage Mountain because in the apocalypse, so much garbage has not decomposed. It stays. This is what original Creon is. No, she's gone through some design changes. Believe me, Creon started off as a Sonic fan character. You can thank the Gang Shadow the Hedgehog for that. The edgy times. My high school edgy times. I'd like to forget them. But guess what? If not for my teenage self, I would not have these beautiful, beautiful characters who have evolved over time, gained their own voices, sometimes struggling with their own identity. You have no idea how many times I always grapple with, okay, I feel like I made this character too much of this, too much of that. She seems too much of a girl boss. And I have to calm down and be like, hey, listen, it's okay if you don't relate with this character just because you're not a idealistic, naive tween girl. Because that's okay, because that's actually what happened. Funny story. There's another story I want to work on, the original character, Eruti, Ethelmay, and Asmod, which oh wait, you guys probably won't know. Okay, let me bring up their files. Let me bring up their files. Do I still have them? I'm so glad I did not launch the webcomic because I gave it a lot more time to cook because I just didn't feel like it was ready or right. Let me show you what I got. It was not ready. It seriously wasn't ready. It really wasn't ready, so I'm glad I sat on that. And I'm trying to remember, did I do this in Photoshop or did I do this in the trial version of Manga Studio? I think I did it in the trial version of Manga Studio. But yeah, this was the OG the first test comic pages I was working on, but I just didn't feel comfortable. This was 1 and 2, and I think there was another one I was working on. This is actually something I related with a lot, like with when my family just decided, hey, we've been living in Florida for we're gonna move everything and go to Georgia. This was during my freshman year, at the final semester of my freshman year, right after freaking Christmas, or close to Christmas, by the way, y'all. Practically Christmas, or after winter break. No, during winter break. We moved during winter break. And I'm like, when? When the fuck did you all decide to do this? I was so mad. But okay, my parents were invested in this, and we moved. So this is kind of based on that experience of just feeling completely uprooted and just feeling out of place. But I'm kind of glad I didn't finish this because... Oh, this was in Clip Studio. Okay, I did work on this in Clip Studio. Okay. Yes, I know it's an older version. Yeah. So there, this was something, yeah. Don't worry, I don't feel... I had these depressive... Not depressive, but it just... Okay, sounds so angsty. How many of you felt like you just didn't feel like you were heard? You didn't feel seen at home. You were going through that stage where you were finding yourself, and you just did not feel comfortable around your parents to tell them about your things, and especially your growing interests. I knew my old-ass conservative parents were not gonna give a shit about what fuck anime is, but for me, it meant so much at that time because I felt so seen with anime. I liked certain cartoons, but anime just hit that spot where it's like, oh, and I became so obsessed with just anime. I was like, no, anime only, anime alone. Now I'm kind of stupid, and I wish I wasn't so narrow-minded about that, because not all of anime, everything's gold. You know how much I can go now and realize, okay, not every anime is a banger. Most of it is mediocre trash, or isekai trash, or harem male, cis male power fantasy trash, and a lot of just yaoi yuri nothing against gays. But sometimes it's like, okay, I see no chemistry, I see nothing, no connection. How do you expect me to feel invested in these characters and their budding relationship? And sometimes they draw it out over and over and over for a long time until maybe 3 seasons. Finally, they fucking kiss. Okay. Hey, as long as they do well at representing it, then okay, who gives a shit? Again, story's key. Story's king. If you don't hook me with the good story, premise can be okay, but when you execute it poorly, then you lost me. Where was I? It was just that feeling where you were like a teenager and you just felt like things just felt scary. It felt so overwhelming. Your hormones are flying all over the place. You feel there's peer pressure. There's just feeling of not feeling. Some of you probably didn't have friends. Some of you just felt like you didn't connect with people on a larger scale. Some of you probably hated the feeling that your grades, even though technically they don't really mean very much, for me they meant a big deal because I wanted to get into a good college with good scholarships. Now, did I get into a good college? Yes, I think I'd like to think that. Did I go into the dream college? No, but I didn't want to put my parents into debt. And I'm glad for that. I'm glad I didn't. But, I gotta say, SCAD has a pretty good program, but again, I just can't. I can't afford that shit. Listen, I now can confidently say you really don't have to go into debt to be an artist. You don't have to go into debt for animation. You don't have to go into debt for painting or drawing. You really do not have to go into debt. Any sort of arts, writing, music. I mean, maybe some. No, seriously. You're better off just taking individualized classes and experimenting on your own, and even learning online too, then going into debt. Be very careful, unless the college is expensive for a reason, because sometimes they have some crazy ass connections. Some of these colleges have crazy ass connections. We're talking CalArts, and hey, sometimes Savannah, but again, grain of salt, some people did not have the best experience at Savannah. And also, please don't go into Art Institute. By God, I'm kind of glad that Art Institute is burning to the ground, but I feel sorry for the people who have paid so much money. Those colleges are a scam. Art institutes like that are a scam. I'm just gonna say this, okay? Art colleges, you don't have to go into college unless you're rich, unless you could afford it, unless you're getting a full ride scholarship. And even then, please, do not go into debt if you're going to be a writer, musician, artist, actress. You want to make sure you either take workshops, you either learn online, expand your horizons. Your experiences will help with who you are as an artist, because as an artist, you are showing how you perceive the world, and how and the stories that you tell from what you've experienced or from how they affected you. That's what you are. You are presenting a piece of your soul, in my opinion. Or I don't know, I believe this. Artists share a piece of their soul. That's why sometimes we take things a little too much. We kind of have to learn to, put on some armor to, not let things cripple us so much. But get this. Don't go into debt, okay? Please do not go into fucking debt. If you really are gung-ho because the college has a really banger program, and there's some banger ass speakers and instructors, go for it. But just know what you're getting into. Be prepared. Do not be like, oh, everything's gonna work out, I'm gonna get a job. Most of the time, you don't get a job immediately off the bat. Sometimes you won't even get a job until 1 or 2 years, and you're gonna have to be constantly applying for them. So please, be careful. When you're going, any sort of artist, don't go into debt, okay? You really don't have to go into debt. There are some people working in the industry who have never gone to art college. They've gotten some other degree, and probably for the safety of it, but guess what? They were working on their own shit on the side. They were working their asses off, making a portfolio, posting on social media too, by the way, gaining an audience. Hell, that's how some of these industry artists and storyboard artists or character designers, they have gotten work through Twitter. And that's why I'm kind of sad at the state that Twitter, of course, X.com has become. It's kind of a sinking ship for Twitter. I'm still gonna call it Twitter. Screw it, I'm sorry. You can't make me say otherwise. Fuck you, Elon Musk. Fuck off. So yes, please be absolutely careful. You really don't have to go. Okay, I'm beating the dead horse. Don't go to art college unless you absolutely can afford to, and you absolutely are aware of the possibility of going into debt. Okay? And don't think that just because you went to college, it's guaranteed that you're gonna get a job off the bat. Nah, I can tell you off the bat, that's not always the case, okay? And everyone else will tell you also. And right now, the state of this economy and the state of how our world is running, yeah, unless you're gonna be a doctor, okay, or you're gonna be some astrophysicist, or you're gonna be an engineer, yeah, I do not want to trust anyone who has not gotten completely certified to be digging around in my guts or in my teeth. Also, I'm gonna have to rethink about ever visiting a chiropractor, because I don't think those people are actual licensed doctors. They got certificates, but I don't think they got a degree. I think they'd rather just go see a physical therapist instead. Okay, hello, you're new in the inside, friends? What does elbow cough mean? Sorry, I got a little impassionate, Why did I go into that rant? I'm trying to remember, why the fuck did I go into the rant about not going into debt and going to art college just because you want to be an artist? First I was, okay, I'm trying to go trace my tracks, okay? I'm retracing my tracks. I was talking about cringy artists, or not cringy tweeners, and then and then I talked about, how I got to, freaking... Oh, yeah, that's right. I was talking about the story that I'm still working on. I tried to start a webcomic about it almost a decade ago, but I stopped and didn't start it. And I'm glad I didn't because I'm letting it cook over time. Yeah, I'm kind of glad because I didn't relate with it much. And I thought I could never relate with it again, but now it's like, no, I can still make it, I can still jive with it, I can still jive with the story. And the characters. Yeah, I'm a 30-something, I'm an early 30-something-year-old woman who is clearly not in school anymore, and is kinda fed up with some of the bullshit that's happening in life, and this world. So I'm not a naive, idealistic girl seeking escapism. Oh, actually, no, fuck that. I'm escaping a lot of I'm seeking so much escapism now, but I'm willing to accept and understand the reality I'm in right now. And that comic was made. I was inspired by. Are any of you familiar with Adam Phillips, aka Clyde? His name is spelled differently. You will know him if anyone knows from the Newgrounds days. He's the creator of Brackenwood or Bitey. Clyde. I think I'm spelling that right. Clyde. He made Bitey of Brackenwood, and in fact, you know what? Now I'm gonna send you. He's also on Twitch too. He is currently working on a pilot for his Brackenwood series, and he's doing a lot of it with Toon Boom Studio and a lot of other a lot of off-brand programs. But he's also doing this in a partnership with Unreal Engine. He is using the Unreal Engine to do some gnarly ass shit. It is amazing what this guy is doing. Like, just to make shortcuts to get the process done for his animation. This guy has also worked on the Bob's Burger movie, I believe. This guy has worked in Disney. He was once a Disney animator too. He's not one of the big bigs, but I can tell this guy has animation prowess because this guy was an animator who did work in Disney. Yes, he does have a YouTube channel. I was a big fan. His Brackenwood series is what inspired me to create a certain character. It made me create at first I didn't have a name for him because he kind of seems like a Bitey ripoff. And then over time, when we were reading in my high school, we were reading some of the Beowulf stories from our literature textbook. And that's where I got the idea to call the guy Grendel. His first name was his original name initially was Grendel. Now it's Asmod, or aka Asmodeus. And let me see if I can direct you to his Twitch channel, because he still has some of the VODs on his stream, and some of the stuff he's doing is so unreal. What? No, I don't want to. Oh, it looks like he's doing some other stuff too, but he does see a lot of his process. You can see the process of him animating and storyboarding things. It's doing crazy stuff. I will show you guys his Twitch channel right now. It's a pretty gnarly ass story. And then let's see. He does have a website, and he actually has What is it? Oh yeah, he also got an epic mega grant because he's doing stuff. I believe the Unreal Engine technically. Wait, I'm kind of stupid on this case. Is the Unreal Engine part of Epic Games or something? Or is that? Or am I thinking of something else? I feel like I'm confusing it with something different. It is developed by Epic Games, okay. Okay, so yeah, okay. So I was kind of right. Yeah, otherwise he wouldn't be getting this mega grant. He was given the mega grant. He was given an epic mega grant. In fact, you can actually see. He has a website. His website went through a lot of it's different. His website is a lot of different. Wow, okay, that's different. He also has his book about 2D effects in animation on Toon Boom Harmony. Okay, wait, never mind. His website's kind of broken and that's why he's moving everything to ArtStation. Oh, okay. Oh, now I see why. Oh, it's because he's kind of pissed off with what Toon Boom is probably doing. Is it? Oh, no. Okay, I'm reading things wrong. Sorry, my brain's kind of messed up today. Okay, never mind. He actually offered this thing for free. But then again, he's been doing this shit for a while. He's actually, I guess, because he's maintained this website, he's kind of tired of it because there's so many fucking spam bots. He has an ArtStation, but I don't know. I don't know if I really want to make an ArtStation, considering the stance that ArtStation has created with the whole AI shit. Are they not doing that anymore? But I'm kind of scared to go back on it, considering it seems like they're not exactly backing off anytime. But I feel like it's also my way of being a coward to not put myself out there. And quite frankly, I don't know why I'm scared, because my art is not that good.
One program that I rely on fully for my business.
This is also why you don't see me on DeviantArt anymore, because of that shit that DeviantArt decided to do. And they're not backing out from that either. They don't give a shit anymore. They have clearly just gone downhill and don't give a shit anymore. And that's why, fuck you, DeviantArt. You used to be you were the first platform, my first social media platform, and now, yeah, fuck off. Let me just hydrate. Fuck you, DeviantArt. Your AI generative engine not giving us a choice, giving us an opt-out when it really is kind of broken, and we really can't even opt out at all. Here's the thing, I don't care if it's turned into a fetish site. I really don't give a shit. Yeah, you do have a point. It's very known to be a freaking fetish site. I don't blame you for being creeped out by that. Okay, let's get some art done. I can't really talk and do art at the same time. I'm not, as you can see, I suck at multitasking. Multitasking is also a hoax, by the way. We are technically not even capable of multitasking, because in reality, you're not able to even separate your mind and thinking process on two separate tasks. Instead, what you're doing is diverting a fraction of your processing and mental energy and your focus on multiple things. And Quid, hey, wait, Quid? Who Quid? Are you the Quid? Are you from the Belina pod? Because I know one person who goes by Quid, but I think he goes by a different name on actually, am I confusing with someone else? I don't know. Well, this is interesting. I've got two. This is the first time I've had actually two people on YouTube respond back to me. This is new. Okay, I'm not against it. I'm actually happy. Hello, new people. I draw by cringe shit and talk about cringy stuff and my cringy OCs and draw art. Why am I being so... I'm being accurate as possible. I am full of cringe. And I'm gonna own up to it. I'm just a silly ass artist who likes to draw cartoons and the OCs. Sometimes I like to shoehorn my OCs into pre-existing franchises. And I scared one person off. I'm pretty sure I scared off one person. Beware, I promise cringe. Here's the cringe. Alright. Ooh, my tummy feels bloated from the tea. No, actually exploded from the potatoes. You know what is some junk you would like you prefer if you were scavenging in the apocalypse? I know guns, I know ammunition, food is a big one. What would be possible for people that they want to trade? Scrap metal, maybe. Like actual usable scrap metal. Is there any sort of metal that you just can't salvage or melt down? Because you know, I really don't. I'm not a trash gremlin, so I wouldn't know. Wood? Tools? Oh, you're good point. Now, considering how this is in the post-apocalypse, in the future, the dystopian future, Earth is kind of the slums. It's kind of become just the Wild West slums. All the very rich and lucky people have gone up and colonized either the moon or Mars. Mars. I don't know about the moon. Anything that brings entertainment! Oh my god, I forgot about that! That's right! There's no streaming service! Oh shoot! I forgot! You're right. Oh gosh. Oh, damn it. I forgot which expressions. I forgot which expressions to use. You're right. They would be bored to death. I mean, most of the time. Unless you live in a city sanctuary or like either a bunker or freak out bunker or something. I think they'd only have local community movie nights. Or maybe there's a station that plays all the old shit they have recycled. Oh shoot, the radio station, any radio stations is either the news forecast, radioactivity forecast, news about possible, I don't know, mutant sightings. And then they'd be like, okay, and we will listen to the hits from the wild 90s, or from the very chaotic 2020s. Oh gosh. I mean, World War III is about to be unleashed on us. So I wouldn't be surprised if the World War III was what they could think about, and that became the catalyst to all the shit going down. All the trash, that's right. No. Actually, Carol and Tuesday, you know how I absolutely hate trap music? You know, the it sounds like absolute, like, it sounds like they're just like putting on these synth music and they're just mixing up together. It just sounds like garbage. I'm sorry, it just sounds hurtful on my ears. And then it's like, what the fuck is this? But I guess it's music that you can like freaking dance to, just go freaking wild, just go wild out in parties. But I'm sorry, I'm a freaking boomer. I'm a millennial boomer. I can't. I like music that actually sounds good on my ears. I'm vanilla like that. In Carol Tuesday, they were doing auditions for like a next sort. It's kind of like the, what is it? America's Got Talent kind of thing. It's like Mars Got Talent or something. And one of the contestants, it was a grandma. She's like, I'm going to sing a song that my mother used to sing to me. And then she preps up her voice and she goes, bah, bah, I'm like, what the frick? And then someone on the Tumblr post talked on, no, think about this. This is 2750 or something. I don't know. Way, maybe the 27th century or the 23rd century. So her grandmother or mother, trap music was whatever trap music that they were listening to, that was probably a classic hit. So I guess it makes sense why. Oh yeah, doesn't Billie Eilish have some banger music too? I don't listen to her a lot. I think I listen to a few. I'm gonna have to listen to some more stuff. Here's the thing. I don't go out of my way to listen to new music all the time. Maybe if there's an artist and I hear one good song, I'm like, I wonder what, and then I'll be interested. I wonder if there's any other good stuff they had. And then I'll be interested. I'm kind of late to these things. My taste in music is either anything that sounds good. It's either anime music, soundtracks, music, orchestral soundtracks, that kind of stuff. Anime OVAs, anime soundtracks. Yeah, you can tell I'm that type of person. And game soundtracks. Hey, some game soundtracks have some banger music.
Signs, create custom graphics that get
Ludwig Boss OST. Oh, you're talking about in the Bloodborne, right? Oh yeah. Seriously, I think those games all have these like orchestral soundtracks. That sounds like, oh yeah, we gotta go slaying. Just get you the moment. It's like, oh shit, time to die again. Every time you hear that boss music, you're like, brace yourself. I'm gonna die for the upteenth time. It's time to get my ass kicked. Okay, did she? Why am I forgetting so much? Okay, of course she has pockets! Our life is in jeopardy if you don't have fucking pockets. Why do I not remember my own characters? Oh, because I don't draw this version of Creon enough. Need to get into watching some episodes of Adventure Time. Not all of them. Listen, I don't have the time. I don't have time to invest into One Piece, even though I'm sure I'm gonna love the shit out of it. This is the fact that anime has still been going on for so long. But keep in mind, Adventure Time has been going on for 10 seasons. It has technically 10 seasons when I saw on HBO Max. Now, I don't know if they talk about the offshoot shows as like something else, but dude, they've been going for 10 seasons. And Fiona and Cake, I went into that show blind. I only knew of some bits and pieces because of some analysis videos a long time ago, and damn, poor Simon, aka the Ice King. Holy cow, his life is messed up. Now that I know some context behind that. But shit, I went into that blind? But still, it's like, dude, what the fuck? I thought it was just gonna be a silly off spin-off that would be entertaining, but it's like, shit, my heart. My heart. Like, jeez, I did not think that show, that silly spin-off, was just an off joke about, oh look, we made a gender-bent version of Finn and Jake. We got Fiona and Cake, and it was a silly fan fiction that the Ice King made. But guess what? They took a joke like that, they looked back into their material, and they made something coherent. We're like, oh, that's clever. Oh yeah, that's right. Wait, are the spin-offs part of those other seasons? Or no, they're actually their own thing? Because I don't know if it's under the Adventure Time tab in HBO Max. My brother has HBO Max, and we're just sharing the account. So I don't know if that's the case or not. I don't know. Oh, okay. I've gotta stay focused. I gotta finish this up so that way I can work on the other paintings. I have so many other paintings. These I'm just gonna sketch it and just go willy-nilly on this. But some of the other ones, well, except for that one I'm just gonna clean up one of the other drawings and just put it in there. But everything else though, oh gosh, holy cow, I have so much to do, and I want to get this done by freaking what is it? Okay, so it is split off from the show in the service. Okay, in the service, so I have to go look for that on a different tab. Okay. So does that Distant Lands, is that its own separate thing on the HBO Max service? You know what? No, I'll look it up on my own time. Right now, I don't have as much time, but I didn't want to get left out on the Fiona and Cake because I genuinely wanted to see if I could just watch it. And well, technically, no, you really can't. But at the same time, it didn't really. I didn't feel lost as much. I really didn't feel as lost because I could kind of get some hints from here and there, but I don't think I would have gotten the full context or get that deep emotional hit if I wasn't an Adventure fan. I feel like all Adventure Time fans who were up to date and grew up with that series would know, and then this show would have really given them the biggest emotional gut punch. It is okay. Okay, thank you for telling me that. So they're kind of those. So Distant Lands is kind of out of order, but thank you for that. I do know that apparently, like, what was it? Adventure Time actually introduced they in a way I think kids would probably be will be given the idea of, hey, here's what multiverse is, and how they explain how multiverses were created in their lore. Yeah, surprisingly, Fiona and Cake, I thought this was a spin-off, but it's kind of a sequel. It's kind of a sequel. Oh, that's right. There's also, I forgot. Damn it. Yo, Adventure Time. That just shows you how strong that series is. That the fact that it resonates with kids and it resonates with adults, especially kids who grew up into adults, and they're like, they just you know, those. I'm surprised at how much the writers and the artists got away with so much in the censors. Dude, there are some things where I was like, wait, you got away with that? So fucking hilarious. Oh, damn it. I can't get it. It's so fucking hilarious. I'm like, dang, you guys were gutsy. But then again, hey, back in the 90s, they got away with a lot of shit too. Dude, have you seen any of the Animaniacs shows? And freaking Bugs Bunny? The old schoolhouse stuff. Tiny Toons and freaking Animaniacs. Yo, and Pinky and Brain. Some of the stuff they got away with in the censors, I'm like, yo, what the freak? For real though, which are we talking about, the Lich? Or are we talking about like? Man, for real, I really do. I really wish I did give Adventure Time more of a chance. I think now, as an adult who just does not have enough time. And you know what's also amazing? I think they took the Ice King was supposedly your Saturday, who was set up to be like this Saturday morning cartoon character who you wouldn't really take seriously. Like, you knew you were gonna beat him all the time, but he ends up being like an actual character you care for, and you see character progression. I don't think you get a lot of that. Most of the time, serialized cartoons, there's hardly any character progression. Sometimes they don't learn their lessons. They end up becoming selfish, or they end up becoming a jerk, or they end up doing the same thing over and over again. The canon? Continuation? What's that? We don't give a shit. Oh, here goes another the same old protagonist doing the same old bullshit and screwed up everyone else in the process. That's kind of what old school cartoons were like. Today, maybe not as much, but still, we do see some continuation and character progression over time. Actually, you know what? That's a question. I want to get your opinions. Does it bother you if a cartoon, either a cartoon or show, and a character or a protagonist or a side character gets little to no character growth or progression? Does it bother you?
We're anesthesiologists, surgeons, emergency medicine physicians.
Okay, Puppet Bow, you said it depends on for you, it depends on the character. Any particular examples you want to give? Because for me nowadays, it's like I just can't stand it anymore. But maybe I think for me, I would have to let go of logic and just embrace the crazy. The Cuphead show did that quite well, like where it's like, okay, you don't really see a lot of character progression. They're kind of either one note in some ways, but it's entertaining in that way. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so Inside Friend, they wrote, well, that depends, because sometimes the point of the character isn't to change it. Isn't to change, it's to make others change. Oh, okay. Okay, and you can ask Goku and a lot of Disney princesses don't change. They change the characters for the better. Ah, interesting. I guess some characters are great as they are, and they really don't need to change as much because we kind of like them as they are. I have a feeling though with the, because we're so spoiled for like growth. We've seen what happened with Amphibia. We've seen what happened with, well, I don't know about Gravity Falls. No, we kind of did see some character growth in Gravity Falls. Dude, Gravity Falls is another great show. Dude, did anyone see that giant Twitter post about what Alex Hirsch and the back and forth emails about the censoring they had to fight against? Some of it was so stupid. I'm like, what the frig? How is this gonna offend anyone? Oh my gosh. Why are your Disney's investors so scared about monkeys or something like that? Some of the stupidest asinine shit that they had to change. They're like, fuck you, no. Oh gosh. You can't. Okay, so let me explain. When they were, here's the thing, in the writers room, you always send a script or something, and then I guess the editors or wherever, they'll send it to the big honchos or something, whoever's in charge of making sure those episodes are greenlit and stuff. They'll edit and go through the script, and they'll be like, hey, listen, so this part here, this joke, we think it's offensive. You're gonna have to change that, or that's very culturally insensitive, or we think that's gonna be very insensitive, or this is gonna piss off our investors because of so and so. And Alex Hirsch would either give them logically tell them how the fuck, because he was like, oh, okay, who's in charge? Oh god, there's a YouTube video. Somebody narrated these on YouTube, and just listening to this is like such a. Well, you know what? Let's listen. Let's listen. Let's listen to them now. We're gonna listen to him. Guys, we're gonna listen to it. It is too funny. I can't just tell you because I can't exactly pop in my head, but I promise you, it is the stupidest shit I have ever heard. Where is it? The Alex Hirsch, the funniest guy. Where's it? Oh, did all of them? Oh, wait, which one? Which one? Is it all of them? I think it's all of them. Okay, maybe it's this one.
What's my signature style?
Some of them were directly involved with.
In the movie poster for the movie Horse Dad.
Hold on. Let's listen to everything. Okay, you guys ready? You guys ready? Here it is. We're gonna listen. No. Actually, let's put it on the big. We're gonna put it on the big screen. I'm gonna put it on the big screen. Okay, I'm gonna put it on the big screen. And put it on the big screen. Let's listen. Let's look.
In the movie poster for the movie Horse Dad, please omit the pipe in the horse's mouth. Why? Is it a concern that will influence horses to smoke pipes?
I forgot about that. That's right. In the background, there's like these stupid ass. You know how they make the stupidest background stuff? There's like really bullshit movie posters say back, and that horse died. There's a pipe, like, you know, the smoking pipe. Round cryptid. Oh, okay.
That Gravity Falls got away with a lot of dirty jokes, even though it's a show meant for kids on the Disney Channel. But still, there was plenty of stuff that had to be censored or completely removed. A lot of it for really weird reasons, like even when things weren't meant to be dirty or just like went by unnoticed by the writers. One of my favorite examples of this, I think this was talked about on a DVD commentary, where in the sock opera episode, when Bipper gets into a car with Wendy, Disney requested that Bipper puts his seatbelt on. Like, that's such a small detail that the animators probably just didn't even think about, and it's something that Disney required, because it's like, you know, an example of car safety. Even though it's Bill Cipher in Dipper's body, so like, realistically, Bill wouldn't ever put his seatbelt on. But again, that's just something that they didn't think about. It's so stupid that it was requested. But there's plenty of other strange examples like that. To celebrate the 10th anniversary of Gravity Falls, the series creator, Alex Hirsch, tweeted out this video he made, which details some of the weirdest censorship requests.
Oh, he had a video.
Standards and Practices Department, which is the part of studios that's usually required to point out these sorts of things. The video is really funny and also pretty insightful on the kinds of stuff that...
Okay, maybe I need to look at that video instead of this. Where's the one that Alex Hirsch pulled up? Okay. Is it this one? Okay, maybe it's that one. Okay, which one was it? Why are there so many of them? Okay, let me look it up on Twitter. Fuck, I'm so sorry. I thought that was a reaction video. I don't have that much beef with reaction videos, but I really don't have time for... Okay. Gravity Falls censorship. Let's look it up. Can I find the one by where is it? I don't want to dig through this shit. Come on. I really don't want. Oh wait, there it is. There it is. Oh shit. Oh, you know what? It's okay. Here it is. Here it is.
The following are real emails from the Disney TV Standards and Practices Department. Monday, September 9th, 2011, page 31. Please revise poop face as it comes across as a replacement for shit face. Prior use of Mabel saying poop, poop, and butts in the episode Fight Fighters came across as more childlike and not as offensive.
I've never met a human on Earth of any age who would be offended by a cartoon saying the word poop face. Not changing it.
Page 492. It has come to our attention that hoo-ha is a slang term for vagina. Please revise.
It is a proper word meaning excitement or hullabaloo, and that is clearly its meaning here. The context is an owl-themed restaurant called Hoo-Ha's Jamboree. Not changing it.
Okay, you guys getting it? You
Page 14. Please revise. Chub pup on t-shirt. Chub as a sexual connotation.
Does it? Does it? I don't. You have to think real dirty to think of chub as anything sexual.
This is silly. It's an image of a fat dog. From the context, there's no reason to think chub means anything other than that.
We have ran this phrase up the line, and unfortunately, the concern surrounding it still remains. If you'd like to send me some alternate phrases, I can run those and let you know what becomes of it.
Alternate phrases. Chubby pup. Tub pup. Chubbity pup pup. I can't believe I have to...
380. Please revise the action of Blubs putting his arm around Derlin. As noted in previous concerns, their affectionate relationship should remain comical versus flirtatious.
Nope. They're... buddies.
The gesture is approved in this context. Page 50. Please replace G's as the term is considered an abbreviation of Jesus. Page
I didn't think that.
Please revise Holy Christmas as it can be perceived as religious.
How? Oh. Oh. Oh, why are we having buffering issues? Oh no, what happened? What's happening? Twitter video, why? Why must you fail us? No! And why am I still smiling like that? God. No, oh my gosh, I hate when it does that. No! Why? 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 Twitter video, why? Twitter video, why? Okay, fuck you, Twitter. Fine, fuck off. Oh my gosh, you suck. Okay, guess we're gonna have to look at the videos here. Oh, that sucks. Okay, I don't care, Assassin's Creed. Go away.
Please revise the limerick referencing "There once was a man from Kentucky." S&P is worried that unsavory rhymes could be gleaned from it.
Why? Man from Nantucket is the famous dirty rhyme, which is why I decided to avoid it altogether. To make your lives easier, I made up a totally new one, Man from Kentucky, which has the same lovely syllable structure, but no pre-invented ending. I can't even imagine a logical way to get fuck out of that. What does that even sound like? There once was a man from Kentucky who misspelled the word fuck and got fucky? That doesn't even make sense. More likely would be, there once was a man from Kentucky who spent hours with his pet rubber ducky. The duck got away. It was such a sad day. It turns out Kentucky's unlucky. There. Who's to say how this made-up poem ends? How could anyone complain about something that's only in their heads?
S&P still feels that fucky would come from ducky.
Who should I call to have this conversation?
Root be cleft in twain, man of wax shall rise again.
You know any limericks?
There once was a dude from Kentucky.
That's where it came from. Dude, how do you seriously? How do you get fucky from ducky? Who the fuck? Okay, there's gotta be others that are okay. God, I don't want to go through. Okay, are there more stuff? Holy shit. Okay, I guess. But you get what I'm talking about, right? You get what I'm talking about, right? There's more. You can find this video on Twitter. You can go through all of these freaking videos if you want, but you get the gist. Some of the ridiculous stuff that they requested that they censor it for. Let me see. Let's see if we can skip ahead.
So I'll play that video and just let it speak for itself. But if you're interested in more cartoon trivia and cartoon news, please stay tuned. The video also has there is also Abel's line, "Let's get the two dodos and force them to make out." This plays as too adult for our audience.
Oh my god.
Let's look at the context here. Mabel is talking about traveling back in time, picking up two extinct birds, and bonking their beaks together while making smooching noises. How could this possibly be offensive? Approved in this context.
Seriously, when kids think about it, they don't think about sex. No, they're thinking about little kiss, mwah, mwah, mwah. It's like smashing Barbie dolls together just to make them kiss. There is nothing so. Oh my gosh. So you gotta think of it as a kid mind, not a dirty ass 40-year-old man mind. God.
In the movie poster for the movie Horse Dad.
Okay, we talked about that one. The horse dad with a pipe.
Enjoy S&P request lines, which is a very interesting choice. I guess they're friends.
The following are real emails from November 9th, 2011.
Oh, we saw the poop face one.
It is a proper word.
And Who Has Jamboree? Chub Pup.
And unfortunately, the concerns run the pup. Please revise the action of Blubs putting his arm
Oh, that one. The one about.
of Jesusly of page 26.
Ah, here it is.
Revise Holy
It's up there.
Christmas, as it could be perceived as religiously offensive. Page 6. Please revise Zeus's line about dressing as a giant teddy bear. It may call to mind the people who dress up as stuffed animals as a furry fetish.
Do I even have to respond to that?
Page 11. Please revise Wendy's.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Does it really bother you if Zeus dresses up in a bear suit? Cause I honestly feel like Zeus would do shit like this either way, just cause he's a goofball. Wendy's revised to aw crud dang as crud. What?
Response, aw crud dang, as crud has an inappropriate slang
How?
definition.
How is this my life?
Page 16. S&P is not okay with saying the word Lucifer. Please revise.
I see no reason to change this. The devil isn't real.
S&P is concerned we will get complaints about such mentions of Lucifer, Satan, and or devil.
So what if we get a complaint? The current line, grimshod from the tusks of Lucifer himself, is the kind of stuffy, non-political, old-timey purple prose like you'd see in Moby Dick. It's 100% less offensive to any religion than the Mr. Toad's Wild Ride hell scene in Disney. Our usage is patently defensible, and you could respond to a complaint like this. Sir or madam, we respect your religion, but this fanciful public domain language is used in a spooky, Halloween-like context and in no way represents a commentary on any belief system whatsoever. Please eat this Mickey-shaped cookie and enjoy this cute, classic, family-friendly Disney cartoon. Why should we be held hostage to any imaginary knee-jerk career complainer who could conceivably go out of their way to pretend to be offended by this?
Will review in context.
Yo, that was savage. Alex Hirsch was savage. Yo. The gag with the basketball player during the pet chimp through the basket. Oh, there's the Disney. There's the monkey. We would need to run the scene by Disney animal consultant. What?
Page 32. The gag with the basketball player throwing the pet chimp through the basketball hoop will most likely be problematic. We would need to run the scene by our Disney animal consultant for acceptability, especially with any primate inclusions. Also, the monkey's name, Salacious Monk, is also problematic for S&P, as the salacious term is inappropriate. Please revise.
This is maybe the dumbest collection of notes I've ever received. Seriously, reread this entire paragraph out loud.
Please revise the text of tambourine.
We have to consult our animal consultant. You have an animal consultant? Disney! What? Okay. Revise text on Tambourine's flyer. Bottles will spin.
Flyer, bottles will be spun. This implies they are playing Spin the Bottle. We don't want to send the wrong message to our audience.
The message is, teenagers like kissing. How on earth is that the wrong message? And it's on a flyer, we don't even show it. You gotta be kidding me here.
S&P is still uncomfortable with this flyer giving the impression that it is a make-out party.
What's a make-out party and where can I find it? Fine. We'll remove the line, bottles will be spun. Please replace with new line, not S&P approved.
Please omit not S&P approved on the party flyer.
I don't see what the problem with this is.
Not S&P approved has been approved by S&P.
Oh my god, I forgot how stupid this shit was.
The limerick referencing there once was a man from Kentucky.
Here, I made up a totally new
Okay, yeah.
sound like. There once was a man from Kentucky who went from Kentucky. There.
S&P still feels
Conversation personally.
There once was a dude from Kentucky.
If you enjoyed this video and want to see more,
Yep, there you go. I can't believe this is what they got so they got their Jimmy's caught in a twist for that shit. Wow, yo, I don't know. Okay, oh, well, when did you just leave? You just left now? Okay, thank you for dropping by, Inside Friends. Thank you so much. And I guess I'll see you in the next stream. Next Saturday. Wait, oh, that's right. Actually, I don't know about next Saturday. I will explain about that, maybe, on my Twitter, if it's still there, and if I'm not kicked out, or on my Tumblr, or maybe on YouTube. I will post and tell you guys whether or not if I'm streaming or not, because next week is when I'm having that art festival, and I have no idea what the state of my mind and my health is gonna be like. I don't know if I'm gonna be so doggone tired to even stream, and we're gonna have to do a lot of cleaning up too. So again, I'll let you guys know whether if I'm streaming next Saturday or not. But I guess Inside Friends has left right now, but man, this is the first time I got a person from YouTube actually talking to me. That was actually nice, and we had a good chuckle over how silly Disney censorships were. How absolutely freaking silly they were. And how the freaking god dang. What even, man? It's a kid's show. I don't think they would go that far, right? I feel like you had to, you know, especially remember that oh so famous line where it's season 1 finale. Spoilers, but it's been over a decade, so the season 10 finale where they were looking at the security tape and so Uncle Stan, he banged his head or something. No, he banged his, he scuffed his foot and he goes, I'm putting my business, and then he realized, wait, I'm all by myself. I can curse, son of a, and then Dipper just turns off the TV. He's like, okay. It cuts right there. Well, for some of us, we're like, oh dang, and that joke was so good because they did not finish that. It was like you and I as adults and teenagers, we could clearly tell what Grunkle Stan was gonna yell. He was gonna go, son of a bitch, but it just cut off at son of a. Before he could. Oh gosh, that joke! Holy cow, that was gold. That was freaking gold. And the fact that Disney went ahead and let them do that, I'm pretty sure even Disney was like, oh no, there goes all our monies. Nah, man. I know that Adventure Time, they were, not Adventure Time, fuck, Gravity Falls, they probably had another season they were more than willing to go, but you know, Disney would told them, hey, finish up, and they're like, yeah, okay. They at least finished up. I just wish we had another solid season, but hey, they ended on how they wanted to end. Because in a way, you have to think about it, summer doesn't last long, summer break doesn't last long, and summer break has got to end. Alright, now. I'm to do scary part. Oh shit. It's time to do the scary part. Yay! Oh, excuse me if you heard me burp. No. Okay, time to get another reference. I gotta look up sunsets. Well, I hope you and I had a good chuckle from watching the freaking censorship videos. God damn. I forgot how silly that was. That was super stupid silly. The silliest shit I've ever listened to. But hey, comes to show exactly how fucking silly they were. I don't play Sims. Look, I know what Sims is, but I don't play Sims. What about them? Hey, speaking of which, is Sims is part of EA. EA owns Sims, right? Wait, what? What? What the freak? Really? That's a thing? You can bang the Grim Reaper and have a kid? Ah, sick, man. Okay, that's cool. Man, what the frick? Why? Why? Was it a broken ability to have a kid with death? Or did somebody complain, be like, oh, don't you put Mary Satan? It's a fucking video game. What? I'm sorry, wait, what? They changed vomit to acceptable what does that mean? Was somebody spewing out vomit at like an ungodly amount or something? And they got a complaint on that or what? What? I don't get it. What? Yo, fuck, I don't know, man. What the fuck? What is this shit? Yo, seriously, what is this? What is this silly ass shit? You're gonna be tripping me up here, man. What the fuck? Like, seriously, what even? What is this shit? I'll bet the guys line up laughter because this is some of the silliest shit to change for a fucking game. Okay, so you're not gonna fix any bugs? You're not. Are those really bugs that you gotta be concerned with? Because I think this is just fucking hilarious. What the fuck? Why would you change that? What for? Who legit gives a fuck? Let them have a love child, out of a child out of wedlock with a fucking Grim Reaper. Let them have it, okay? They consented to it. Let them have it. This is so silly. This is some silly ass shit, man. People be like, we added new stuff. Okay, did you change any of the old problems that we actually legit have a problem with? Oh, we're gonna make some new stuff. Now with the ability... Well, the best one is now ability to have sex with someone on a different floor has been removed. What do you mean? So there's one person on one floor and then the person like 2 floors below and they can still have sex? Are you kidding? Okay, I guess that's a 2 different floors, baby. Okay, that's actually kind of funny. I guess that would make no sense. Dude, that would be so freaking hilarious. That's fucking hilarious. Why? I don't see any fucking problem with that. Well, let him bang. I say let him bang. Wait, if this is a sunset, then the light should be down here. If it was a sunrise, then we'd have a different, then it would be a different story. I think I'm getting the colors wrong though. Alright, let's see what happens when we use the mighty powerful blender. It's seriously not looking like fucking clouds. I'm just smashing things up here. Let me see what happens. That doesn't do shit. That's doing something. I might like that. Hold on, let's take not that. It's now it just looks kind of shit. Alright, this brush is kind of weird. It's very weird. It just kind of takes from whatever the fuck you're... Another funny bug was that during either a meteor or fire, school kids couldn't leave the pit. Oh my gosh! Oh shit! Yo, that's kind of messed up. I'm not gonna lie. I guess you kind of need to do that, otherwise you're... Huh. Oh, that is true. I mean, that's kind of a messed up bug there. That one I think you would definitely have to fix, because then it's like, my kid died. You're my fictional kid. My fictional kid died because he couldn't get out of school. What the fuck, man? Why did my kid have to die? Okay, I think... Ooh.